Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
All right, I wanna pose a situation to you.
Oh, posing situations now.
Yeah,
This is exciting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. As we covered in the main episode, Sue Snell is pregnant by the end.
Yeah.
Right. And we learned that Tommy, her boyfriend, is the father.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, ex-father. He's dead now.
Well, yeah. Well, okay, good. Yes, we remember that. Now, let's just cut ahead, say 12 years after the baby's born.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly, daughter Snell starts wondering, well, what happened to Daddy?
Mm.
And Sue has to start saying, well, I'm sorry, baby. Your dad died before you were born. You see, there was this girl who was bullied. And then she discovered she had these powers to move things with her mind. And, well, she was pushed too far and ended up killing the entire school.
Yeah.
And her daughter going, she killed Daddy? And Sue Snell having to look her daughter dead in the eye and say, no, Daddy died because a bucket fell on his head.
Yeah, he was there, but he died of a totally unrelated thing. Freak bucket accident. I mean, the bucket is empty at that point. How heavy do we really think that bucket is?
A concussion at the worst.
Yeah. And also, he plays football already. You'd think he has kind of a hard head. He could shrug that one off and at least, sit down and, put his head between his knees.
It's lacrosse, Truman. It's lacrosse.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is lacrosse. You're right. Much preppier, much more New England. I mean, but lacrosse also, they got those big sticks out there. They have to wear the helmets and stuff. It's still fairly contactful.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, do you lie to your kid and say, no, he caught on fire and blew up in a gas station. It was definitely not a bucket.
Yeah, how do you... I can't even put myself in that scenario. On some level, I'm like, well, he's not coming back, and dying by bucket when everyone around him was dying by vengeance. Why not just fudge the story a little bit?
Exactly. Why not deviate slightly from the source material in order to create a better story? Of course, there's your problem though. So now you're little Miss Baby Sue Snell. You're you've grown up on this fantasy that your beloved father was killed by telepathic magic devil wizardry, and then you finally get access to the report that has been compiled by all the different archival sources in the book, and it's oh no, my dad died because a bucket hit him on the head. And then you can never trust your mom again. There's a really thought-provoking character drama to be told. It's not The Rage. It's the Ennui Carrie 3.
The Ennui Carrie 3. I would watch it.
Yeah. I need a little more ennui in my life. Don't you know? I think if it was me though, knowing my luck, the bucket would hit me on the head, but it would land open side on my head. So I just have this bucket stuck to my head, and I'd be bumbling around while everyone else is catching on fire. Guys!
Carrie as directed by the Zucker brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
I was struck with another thought while watching this of how amazing Julianne Moore would have been back in the day as Carrie.
Oh yeah, that would be her doing the sissy SpaceX style, just bugged out eyes, total insanity.
Her own invention. What does she do with it? I think she brings such an interesting perspective and depth to these characters that her interpretation of Carrie would have been amazing. And she's got that kind of ability to inhabit many forms of characters that like I would believe her as Carrie White in a way that I don't believe this interpretation that Chloe Grace Moretz is doing here.
Yeah. Because she can really both like play this sense of somebody who is locked down but has so much simmering beneath the surface, and then she's also better at freaking out than almost anybody in the game. No, she would be great for that.
All right. We give our time machine. We give the machine to Todd Haynes to direct Carrie with a young Julianne Moore. Give me that melodramatic, fucking chaotic nonsense. I want to see that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be far from heaven. That would be close to heaven. Something else Julianne Moore said in this movie did stick slightly in my craw. It's another line from the original, but at the end she's talking about the men and the roadhouses and the whiskey, and like that was the from when she was young.
Yeah.
So Carrie was born in 1995, which is not really a like roadhouse era, like we're gonna go down to the roadhouse and drink, unless you're talking about the original Texas Roadhouse chain.
You don't know where Julianne Moore, where Margaret White came from. Maybe she's from like deep Tennessee. Maybe she's from like the Appalachians.
It is interesting actually that that Julianne Moore doesn't have an accent and they live in Maine, but Carrie has kind of a coal miner's daughter thing going on. Mama, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, just another mark against this interpretation of the Carrie character, where it's like, what exactly is going on with her? Is she Southern? Is she not Southern? Is it a religious evangelical thing?
Yeah, is it like is it hysterical Southernness the same way there's like hysterical pregnancy and you like develop like symptoms of pregnancy even though you aren't? Is there a way that you can like just become, you get so Christian that you just sort of become Southern even though you live in the North?
Well, how about this for if I'm going to play into your modern interpretation? Carrie is brought up with no men in her life except for the kind of evangelical televangelist preachers who are always asking for money, and her mom live on Poverty Row because her mom keeps giving all their money away to some megachurch.
Yeah, that would be a cool ass thing to do. I would love that. I gotta admit,
and then oh, Carrie could take fucking vengeance on Joel Osteen.
Yes, exactly. She like calls the prayer hotline and strangles him with the phone cord or something.
I want to see the prom scene inside of one of those fucking mega churches. I realize how problematic that was as it was coming out of my mouth. I don't actually want to see that. A silly melodramatic horror interpretation of that, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure there's enough horror movie directors who've had bad experiences with evangelical churches that you'll get one of those eventually.
All right.
I do think like there's a lot of these scenes in the house where Julianne Moore is going fully insane, where I'm looking around the house and thinking like, for a completely cuckoo bananas lady, she keeps a pretty tidy and well-maintained house. Like there's not hoarding going on. All of the like the walls are like freshly painted inside and out. It's like, I don't know how much she's making at like the tailor shop or whatever, but like the house is in good order. No wonder family services didn't take Carrie out of that house. The place looks pristine.
Yeah, appearances can be deceiving, Truman.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, I guess it's just like, yeah, aside from the creepy closet that you lock your child in, your house looks beautiful. I guess I'm sort of grading on a curve here.
Well, that's an interesting question. Who do you think there was potential for Harry Potter to become a Carrie? I'm just thinking in terms of the people who live under the stairs.
Yeah, Carrie Potter,
and not the Wes Craven film.
Yeah, true. I mean, maybe Carrie's life story would have been completely different if some owl had told her to go to Hogwarts. I mean, she would have, on the plus side, she would have been around a lot of people with powers similar to hers. She would have learned to like channel her powers for good, probably made more friends. On the negative side, maybe she would have internalized a lot of weird anti-Semitic or anti-trans ideas from the lady writing those books. I mean, it's hard to, it's hard to say who'd be better off.
Yeah. So, okay, I can't help but have noticed a parallel between this and another movie we've covered before.
Okay.
Particularly the prom scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to describe a sequence to you, and you tell me if this sounds familiar. A number of people in a specific place get trapped, all dressed to the nines because of a special occasion. And an unexpected event occurs in which completely topples their entire world, causing the deaths of hundreds of people. A ballroom torn asunder.
So, I mean, obviously, you're comparing this to Life or Something Like It when everyone in Seattle stops to watch her singing I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
I guess I'm asking explicitly, do we know if for certain Carrie was on Poseidon? Did she cause Poseidon?
Did she do a Poseidon? Did she release some psychic burst that caused that massive tsunami wave that made the boat go upside down?
It's the butterfly effect. You know, you cause a massacre in a prom in Maine, and it's going to cause a tidal wave in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean that upturns a boat.
That's why you shouldn't do a massacre at the prom, because you never know who else you're going to hurt. Not just the hundreds of people in your town, but also the thousands of people on a boat that will become upside down. Carrie, I think, would have been a good addition to the Poseidon situation, because like she can fly in this movie, so all those times they have to get up weird shafts or something, like she can,
and use her mind powers to just move the people from the floor to the ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. When they're trapped and they have to unscrew that thing from the grate, she can just use her mind to undo the screws.
Yeah. You don't need, and she, even if she couldn't, she would have a cross across her neck, like they do in the movie.
Yeah, she'd have a bunch of spare crosses probably hidden in different spots. Her whole suitcase is full of crosses. I think that honestly, probably it would be better for Carrie to go on the Poseidon than to go to Hogwarts. That's my take.
Ooh. All right. Okay. Well, I want to see both. We gotta put them both into production and let me watch them and compare them, and I'll give you my answer.
Yeah, Hollywood clearly is open to doing any kind of cash grab they can. So the next logical step is the Carrie, Harry Carrie, if you will, movie, and people will watch it and say, "Holy cow!"
I have two more questions for you surrounding high school and your high school experience.
Oh dear.
And we don't have to spend much time on them. One, Judy Greer at the end of this movie is cutting a rug with the students. She's a chaperone. She's a monitor. She's just making sure shit's going efficient. And she's holding her own.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any teachers who wouldn't be just cringed off the dance floor when you were in high school?
I had one or two Judy Greer type teachers who were kind of younger and cool and like had been in college kind of recently, and everybody liked because they were like both good teachers and kind of young. So I had a couple who could pull that off, I think.
On the dance floor, and not just kind of like at prom without being a pest?
I mean, I could see like at the edge of the dance floor, kind of like dancing at a respectable distance from someone else. I mean, look, I'm watching her in that scene, and I'm picturing myself at the prom, and I'm just sitting there like, how can I get Judy Greer to slow dance with me? Like, when is Come Sail Away gonna come on, and when can I ask her to dance and be totally cool about it?
Now, can you be cool about it by ditching your date to go dance with your teacher?
I mean,
or are you going stag? Are you going to the prom by yourself?
I mean,
for the hope that you might be able to dance with a teacher you have a crush on.
I mean, look, for one, as someone who knew me in high school, going to a dance alone, I mean, if I had a big enough crush on one of my teachers, I probably could find a way to make that in my head work. And moreover, if I had a date, I feel like anyone I would be dating and taking to prom, I'd be like, hey, do you notice Judy Greer over there? Yeah, from Arrested Development and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go dance with her, and you're cool with this, right? Because you'd be doing the same. I can tell you, my partner right now, who will also be my partner for the rest of my life, she would totally be down with me dancing with Judy Greer. She would encourage it. She would try to do it herself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where do you factor into this? How much is she going to dance with Judy Greer?
It would be a race. Like, basically,
Yeah.
we'd be praying for Carrie to do the massacre before we have to fight each other to dance Judy Greer.
The other question I have for you is, in another updating for 2013, and this is also in the 2002 version, Carrie, when she goes to start to research her powers, because she's completely unknown about doesn't know anything about them, she goes to the school library and searches the internet, finds some YouTube videos, but she also uses the school's library system to look up books within the physical library at her high school. My question to you is, how many books on magic powers do you think your high school had?
Man, I don't know. I would say that a lot of the PTA for my school was closer to the Margaret White side of Christianity, so I imagine they were pretty tight on what would be there. I don't think my high school would have had many books about magic powers. I'm also just impressed that this teenager in 2013 is like, I need to do research about this thing. Guess I'll grab a bunch of books, thick hardcover books.
She has a fucking armful of magic power books.
There are so... Maybe she already goes to Hogwarts. You ever think about that?
Ooh. I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it again through that lens.
I do love her... Like, that when she's first doing the research, she just sits down at the computer and Googles magic powers. Like, that's my research process for this show, by the way.
I think if you do that, in fact, let's do an experiment in real time here. I'm gonna do a general Google search for magic powers, MAGIC POWERS. What do you think the chances are that the first 5 results are gonna be about Magic the Gathering?
I'm okay. I shouldn't have just done the same search. I think a pretty good likelihood. But I think you're gonna be a little surprised by some of the wiki results you get too.
Well, I mean, this is gonna talk about the algorithm and the differences of information it provides to the both of us, because I'm sure you're getting different results than I am. But the top 2 results for me are about magic within the Marvel universe. And then a Reddit post about the 10 default powers of most magic systems: fire starting, levitation, telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation, healing, mind control, and divination, and shapeshifting.
Ah, okay. Landon, you'll be pleased to know that we got the same search results. However, the top 2 for me, they don't seem to be from the Marvel wiki. They're just from the superpower wiki. Yes, an entire wiki just about superpowers in general. Not any one comic book company, just, superpowers. I wonder if Carrie is on the superpower wiki.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let me just, I don't know, do I search Carrie White, or do I search the superpower of killing everyone at your prom? Which is the right way?
Well, doesn't seem, what I'm looking at doesn't seem to have characters on it, so I say let's nix this bit and move on with the trailer game.
Oh man, we're nixing the bit. Oh man, I'm looking at telepathy right here. Just Control F, CARR. Oh yeah, no, it's here under telepathy. If you go on the superpower wiki, if you go all the way down to the, let's see, literature, it just lists Carrie White parentheses Carrie right beneath Isquirt from Animorphs, and right above the phoners from Snell. Okay, well, that's wow. Useful. That's really useful to know.
The internet provides so much information.
You know what? You wouldn't get this from a hardcover Magic Powers book.
Let's play the trailer game, shall we?
Yes, let's. Okay. Well, so, fortunately, we don't need to explain what it is, so we can just go right into watching the trailer for Carrie.
The trailer game is where Truman and I have not watched the trailer for Carrie 2013. And we are going to decide on some scenes that we think are going to be in the trailer and how they're going to promote this thing. Both of us have pretty distinctive memories of this trailer.
I may have seen a teaser, though, so who really can say?
I think we have to hold ourselves to higher standards of, like, we better get this one right.
I mean, but then does that allow us to also use stuff that we know is going to be in there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, boom, overhead shot of the town with shit exploding and the camera tracking towards it.
Girl hitting the gym window during the massacre. You're doing a Carrie remake, you gotta have imagery of the mainstays of the story. We gotta see the blood bucket hovering above the stage, you know, like we see Carrie below and the blood in the bucket just kind of hovering there. Not falling, but just the anticipation.
Yeah. Building the suspense. The kids filming her in the shower because hey everybody, what if Carrie was the internet?
Yes, great thing. We got to update it. This is Carrie, but this is 2013 Carrie. I think another mainstay that we got to have. Now, this might be a gamble, but I think they're all gonna laugh at you.
Okay.
I mean, that's such a quote from the first film, and it's kind of thrown off to the side in this one. It's here, but it's not quite like when she's breaking in the 76 version, that line is replaying on the audio track so that you know what's going on. Yeah. Here, Julianne Moore just kind of throws it off to the side, but it's there.
Yeah, I'll throw a laugh at you in there. Why the hell not?
Okay. Because we got to hold ourselves to high standards here. That's why not.
Right, of course. Sorry.
So do you think it's going to be in there?
Actually, I don't think it's going to be in there. I think if it's kind of already a throwaway
Take it
line,
out.
I don't think they're going to do it. You're right. Thank you for holding us to the higher
Get it out
standard.
of there then. Yeah, fuck that thing.
Yeah, fuck it.
I got one. I got another one.
Yeah.
This is the 2013 gritty remake of Carrie. We gotta show how fucked up this is. Julianne Moore hitting her head. Just the thump, 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 thump.
Yeah, hitting her head. Yeah, I like that. To show, hey, you know, there's a new thing we added.
This ain't your daddy's Carrie.
This is your fucked up mommy's Carrie.
Speaking of which, I have another one. One more.
Yeah.
This is my last one. We got to see the closet, and I think we got to hear "No, Mama."
What accent is that? No, Mama.
I
don't want to go to the prom. Hey.
Hey, now, watch out.
Sorry, don't do telepathy on me.
Well, I think we have to have a moment with the closet.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get a kind of "No, Mama" line accompanying it.
Yeah, "No, Mama" from the train. Yeah. Oh, and then maybe, like, does it count as separate, but them uploading it to YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know. It feels a little redundant. I think just filming it at the beginning, you know, in the shower, it might be enough to kind of get that across.
Yeah.
But if we show the turn of because I know the massacre is going to be in there, do we show her filming it at the beginning and then displaying it on the wall at the end?
I don't know if we get them display, because I feel like the movie's also trying to hold that out as like a big plot twist not a cliffhanger, but a big plot twist at the end, even though it really doesn't mean much.
Okay, all right, yeah, fine, keep it out.
Yeah, keep it out.
How many guesses we got there?
We got 6. I say we go with 6.
You know what? I'm happy with 6. I feel confident in those choices.
Great. Well, all right, let's watch this thing and see how completely on the ball we are.
Appropriate audiences. Not all appropriate ones.
Okay, the house. We're singing.
A little bit of in every neighborhood there is one family. A little bit of suspense. You don't know what's happening yet.
Already more vibes here than in the entire movie.
Julianne Moore in a scary film. I'm in. I want to see it. That's what it talks about.
Oh, okay.
MGM, Screen Gems.
The other kids, they think I'm weird.
Carrie, favorite poem? Did you bring one?
Carrie.
I don't want to
fuck that teacher, by the way. I hated that
Be
scene.
normal.
Wipe that smile off your face.
I have to try and be a whole person before it's too late.
Okay, filming.
Okay, we got one. I love how this is like a slow burn as like people realizing this is the Carrie trailer.
No.
Oh, yep. Closet. Boom.
Okay, does it work? Does it work? She doesn't say "No, Mama," but she says "No and Mama," and it's the closet. And she's hitting her head. She's hitting
Yeah?
her head.
Damn it. But that wasn't Julianne Moore hitting her head.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Enough, I can make things
Okay.
move.
Oh, the flag scene. What if you
There are
realized
other
you
people
had
out
the
there
power?
like me who can do what I can do.
Yeah, floaty bed.
You know the devil
change
never dies.
everything.
Keeps coming back. You gotta keep killing him. No!
Prom is
This
next week.
fall.
You don't have a date already, maybe you want to go with me.
Mama, I've been asked to prom.
Oh, head.
No. They're gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh
Oh,
at you.
damn it.
Stop it.
Laugh at you. I should have trusted you, Landon.
Two of
Everyone.
you are planning some kind of joke on a poor, lonely girl.
Your king and queen are...
Chloe Grace Moritz. Academy Award nominee Julianne Moore.
Oh, blood. Yeah, blood. Wow, you're giving me the whole movie here, really.
We know what Carrie is at this point. I hate that fucking animal movement she does when she's full Carrie. Was that a phone number?
Yeah,
that I
there was
just
a
saw
phone
at the end of
number
that
at the end.
trailer.
They put up a phone number.
Call Carrie 1-207-404-2604.
Not a
Carrier
lot.
charges may apply.
I mean, not a lot of movie characters I would want to talk to on the phone less than Carrie. No disrespect, but I just feel like she
Hold
doesn't,
on.
like, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be I don't think she's great on the phone.
Yeah, I don't want carrier charges, so I'm not going to call that number. But what I am going to do is go to this website, whathappenedtocarrie.com, and see what comes up.
What happened to Carrie? She had too many film adaptations made about her life.
The funny thing is, like, I used to do websites like this for movies when I first started out. I can't imagine that they keep them up. Nope. Okay, it just goes redirect to the SonyPictures.com website, which means, you know what that means? They're holding on to the Carrie property on the off chance that they remake it again and can set that domain up to go to a movie website.
They're going to make it Flan again. Yeah, I mean, I guess not every website can be the Space Jam website and stay online forever as a beautiful monument to 90s web design.
Yeah. Here's the thing to that trailer, before we get into our score.
Mhm.
That's not the trailer I remember.
Yeah, not the one I remember either.
Interesting. Now, I'm not going to pull Poseidon and ask us to watch another trailer, but just, I wonder, I'm going to do my own research after the episode and look into seeing whether or not we are more accurate with the trailer that we remember.
Yeah. I gotta say, that trailer, better than the movie. I think it creates a much stronger, creepier vibe than the film you actually get.
So what was our final score?
Our final score was 5 out of 6. I
Hell
totally
yeah.
fucked it up on the overhead shot of town. We don't get that.
In another trailer we might, though.
In another trailer, we do. But we got the girl hitting her face on the window. We got the blood bucket. We
Hell
got
yeah.
the kids filming her in the shower.
Yes.
We got the head hitting, and we got the closet.
Hell yeah. I
Yeah.
feel good about that.
I feel great about that because you know what? We went into this with a lot of knowledge of Carrie trailers, but not the trailer for Carrie, and we still got it. So maybe we are getting better at the game.
Maybe. Well, are you ready to put a wrap on Carrie?
I am all ready to bury Carrie under the ground and then unexpectedly have a hand reach up and grab me and I scream and wake up in my bed. Yes. Want to push the button and see where we're heading next?
You have the honors.
All right. Oh, all right. Well, next up we are headed to October 24th, 1994. Turning back the clock.
Oh, we are gonna turn back time.
Is that the clue?
The clue says
That's great. I'm going to leave all of that throat clearing in the episode because our listeners
It-
love it.
it's performative.
Uh-huh.
The clue is a comedy of the heart and other organs.
Ooh, hello. What
this
does the
a
parents'
horror
guide say
movie?
about this one? Yeah.
Is this wait a minute, 1994? That would have been like the fourth Hellraiser movie.
Mm.
Oh, but it says a comedy. Oops.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, it's all about your perspective on things. I mean, I'm trying to like take a different read on it. Maybe this is about somebody who plays the organ at a church, or it's set in a like silent movie theater or something.
So this lone person is playing the organ and winning the hearts of the congregation.
Yeah, or it's just a biopic about the band Iron Butterfly, because we know they love their rock organ. I don't know.
Well, there's only one way to find out what movie it is when we come back here next week.
Come back here. It just sounds like you're yelling at us. For Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps.
And for Truman Caps, I've been Landon Solano. See you folks next week. Whoa!
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit moviememorymachine.com.